I am beginning to hate this device that I do my YouTube videos on because of the time limits I have. But, I'm not gonna name no names because this is like confidential stuff and it's how YouTube works. But I apparently did tell someone that day. That day, I told a person who is an adult and is supposed to actually consider health and safety to students. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to listen to students and help them and guide them and support them. I told this one particular adult, and they kind of like just brushed it off. Like, they said not to use that word so lightly. The first time I actually tell someone in a million years how I'm feeling, the first try, I get that. Like you don't even matter to that person. You don't matter to anyone. And that made my anxiety that day so much worse. That literally tipped me over the edge. And anything could have happened that day. Like, anything could have happened to me. I could have went home and harmed myself in any way I can possibly think. Just thank God that I actually didn't. Thank God I had so much sense not to. But it doesn't mean that I didn't want to. It didn't mean that I didn't have that little voice in my head saying, well, because one person said that, you think it's true. You actually beginning to feel, or you literally will think that you shouldn't really be in this world, because if you blatantly get brushed off by your classmates, by someone who's supposed to be supporting you, like you don't even matter to them. You're the oldest in the class, what do you know? You're like a lot of little sheep. You're an outcast now. I've always been an outcast. I've always been outcast since I was hitting puberty. Tea break. But that's what it felt like. I just can't believe that the world and today's society is so selfish and self-based. Now, I'm not saying everyone in this world is selfish and self-based. I'm not saying everyone is. It is okay, like, it is okay to be that tiny, tiny bit selfish. Because you're thinking of yourself, you're thinking of your health, your well-being, because it's you who needs to get to a particular place that can help you get where you need to go. And if you're not healthy to do so, how the hell are you going to possibly do that? So yeah, I get the point when people say it's okay to be that tiny bit selfish. It's okay because you yourself are important too. But this is where my fault comes in. This is where my fault comes in. Is that I'm too selfless. I'm too honest. I'm too selfless. That I just don't think about myself. Like, I don't. Not as much as I should. And that can be quite concerning sometimes. That's my fault. They're my faults. Because I felt like it's caused a few problems in the past. I just, it's like, everything is just too much. It's just too much at the minute. And I mean, for someone who's autistic and they're on a level 3 with homework nearly every week and almost doing basically an A-level piece of drama, it's gonna be like hell, like really, really struggling. And for someone who's quite autistic, dealing with it pretty well. But the thing is that being autistic kind of affects how I learn, and that's how it affects my course. And it took me like 4 or 5 years just to get on this course that I wanted to do. And I've always wanted to do this course. I've always wanted to act. It's been in my blood since I was a little girl. It's been, I don't know, I've always wanted to act for some reason. it's 50-50 for me. It helps me to develop myself as a person. It helps me. It's kind of therapy for me. It's like everyday therapy. It's like therapy. Looking deeper into myself and understanding the reasons why I'm feeling like that. And that's building character. That's creating your own character, as well as actually creating a character that you're performing. And with people anxiety, it does help. I feel like this course does help me in a way. But it's just the technical computer and email side of the course. I'm just really slow, and those tiny things that I will need in this course will bring me down. And I know the outcome to it. I know that I may do well on this course, but I know that I actually may not get all the grades. I may not get the qualification that I probably will need to get through the course.